All right, so yesterday people were having trouble with the 9.8 properties of a rhombus. You had to get up to a 85 on your score, and like I said, people were having trouble with it. So I wanted to go over some of this. If you look at this parallelogram, that's asking, is it a rhombus? So looking at your cheat sheet that is given today, remember a rhombus, all four sides have to be congruent. So here's a bigger rhombus. So all four sides have to be congruent. The diagonals are perpendicular. So if I draw my two diagonals, this one and this one, they meet. Remember, perpendicular is a 90-degree angle. So each one of these has to meet at a 90-degree angle. I'm not going to make it perfect. I don't want this video to be too long. 90-degree angle, 90 degree. So all of these have to be 90 degrees. If it's something else, then it's not a rhombus. Also, that diagonals bisect opposite angles. So if I draw a diagonal, it is bisecting this angle in exactly half. So whatever this is also the same thing. And remember, a rhombus is still a parallelogram, so opposite sides are also congruent. So this whole side is congruent to this whole side. And since it's split in half, those are equal as well. Same thing is true over here. This diagonal is splitting this angle in half. So whatever this angle is, let's say 36, this angle is as well. It's obviously obtuse, so that was a bad guess. So we'll say 63. This angle is also 63. If that's true, then these angles are also 63. So that's your rhombus. That's what you should be looking at. So again, going back to IXL, is this parallelogram a rhombus? Well, this diagonal is cutting this angle in exactly half. So that's one line is congruent to that one line. So yes, this would be a rhombus. Is this a rhombus? Well, in the middle, remember, they have to equal a 90-degree angle. Since this one's 90 degrees, yes, all three of those are 90 degrees. 36 and 38, that means this diagonal did not cut this angle in exactly half, so that cannot be a rhombus. Okay, now they get a little bit harder, so let me work some of this out. This is stating it is a rhombus. This is a rhombus. And a rhombus, all four sides are equal. So 3y has to equal y plus 34, and then you can solve. Anytime you go over the equal sign, you do the opposite. So since that was a positive y, I'm subtracting y. 2y equals 34. Y equals 17. 34 divided by 2. 34 divided by 2. Hopefully it's 17. Or I'll get this wrong. Oh, it doesn't ask me what y it is. It asks me what st is. So, no. Well, since this is up, we can just make sure 34 divided by 2 is 17. 17. And then st is 17 plus 34. So it should be 51. Okay. What is the value of b? So SQT, this Q right here is B minus 23. So if that's 50, that's 50, this is 50. Remember, with rhombuses, the consecutive sides are supplementary. So this whole side of Q plus 50 has to add up to 180. So 180 minus 50 is 130. So Q is 130. Angle TQR is 30. But this diagonal cuts that exactly in half. So if that whole thing is 30, this side has to be 15 and this side has to be 15. So B minus 23 has to equal 15. This is definitely the hardest one I've seen on this IXL yet, is 38. So B would be 38. 88. What did I do wrong? 130. Oh, I said 30. It was 130. Okay, same concept, but make sure you carry the 1 down as well. All right. Happens. I mess up too. Got it. Keep going. There is a rhombus. Find the measure of SWV. SWV. This one over here. Okay, so if this is 32, diagonal cuts it exactly in half, so that's 32. Here's your 90-degree angle. I'm sure I'm going to do this the long way, but these angles are supplementary to each other. So T is 64 altogether. So that makes W be 180 minus 64, 16, 116. Did it again. So that's 116, obviously obtuse. Half of 116 is 58. 58. So that makes this 58 and this 58. And that's what we were asked for. SWV would be 58. Is this quadrilateral? It is a rhombus. What would PQ be? Remember, with rhombuses, all sides are congruent. So set them equal to each other. I think we already did one of these in this video. I don't really get to choose. So Y has to be 21, but it's not asking for Y, it's asking for PQ. PQ is 2Y, so that's 2 times 21. So your answer should be 42. These should be your easy ones. Is this parallelogram a rhombus? Well, the diagonal is cutting it in exactly half, the angle in exactly half. So yes, it is a rhombus. Is this one a rhombus? The diagonals are not meeting at a 90-degree angle, so no, it is not a rhombus. Is this a rhombus? This is 26. Since it's one dash mark, that's also 26. Same thing with those. Those are also 26. And X and V are congruent as well. So yes, those angles are all make that a rhombus. Again, a 90-degree angle. Your diagonals meet a 90-degree angle. Yes. 90-degree angle. Yes. No. 75 and 70. That cannot be a rhombus. It has to be congruent. 88. No. I'm at 80%. I'm trying to get to 85. Yes. 93 has to be 90. Yes, I'm at 80%, but I want it to do more with the math. So GJ, remember the sides have to be congruent. So you would set your sides together, not together, equal to each other, because all the sides are equal, and solve. Move your variable over. So P would equal 66, but then it asks what GJ is. So what's this? Well, if you figure out what this side is, that side is congruent. So 66 plus 18, 4, carry my 1, 6, 7, 84. So all of these sides should be 84. Just to check that I did nothing wrong, 2 times 66 minus 48 is also 84. So all of my sides are 84. Wonderful. Is this a rhombus? It is a rhombus. What is VXW? So again, these consecutive sides, same sides, are supplementary, so they add up to be 180. So they add up to be 180. So 116 minus 10 minus 6 is 4, 7 minus 1, 6. So x, the whole x has to be 64. But the diagonal cuts it in half. So half of 64 is 32. So both halves are 32. And that's what it's asking you for, the half. X, V, V, X, W, this 1/2 is 32. Okay. EBF. EBF is 3x. Find the value of x. So that's 57. This is 57, which is 114. This is on the same side, consecutive, so we can figure out what B would be. $66. And then B is split exactly in half from the diagonals. So that means this side has to equal 33, and this side has to equal 33. Well, 3x equals 33, then x has to equal 11. All right, last one, they have to be equal to each other. All sides of a rhombus are equal to each other. All right, and hopefully that helps and you can get your grade back up to an 85. Well, x equals 73. 73 minus 10 is 63. So all sides have to be 63. And just to make sure I did it right, I can always plug it into that side. 2 times 73 minus 83 is 63. So all of the sides equal 63. Okay, let me know if you have any more questions on rhombus.